Hosted by you/PregoMel. So, this is going to sound very weird, but it is what it is. My husband, Jason, 24M, was born to his mother, Luna, 42F, when she was 18, almost 19, out of her first marriage. Luna is from a rich Italian family in Seattle, where people sound like they're from Frasier, so even though that marriage collapsed after Jason's birth, they didn't really struggle in the conventional sense. But they're really, really close to each other. Like, he and she do Tom Brady kisses with each other, she does it with his sister too. We got married earlier this year, but the entire time I've known Luna, it feels like she's been competing with me. Not in a way to get her son's attention, I don't think, but more like a friendly rival or something. I don't know how to put it since it doesn't seem malicious. For instance, 2 years ago, she saw me doing an ab workout and joined in. She kept doing it until she not only got better than me but also ended up with pretty good abs. That's just to give you a glimpse of our relationship. I got pregnant earlier this year, unintentional, but we decided to keep it, and I kid you not, 2 months later, Luna was pregnant too. That felt really weird to me, like, who wants their kid to be older than their aunt/uncle? Real life isn't Modern Family. It almost seemed like she wanted us to be like sisters who get pregnant at the same time. I miscarried due to a really bad car crash we were in, and in his grief, it's like Jason completely turned to Luna while I was still in the hospital. When I got out, things were really, really weird. After visiting his mom's house, he did the Tom Brady kiss with her and then kissed her belly because, apparently, it's what he did when he was 3 and she was pregnant with his sister. I was freaking out when she asked me to do it too, but I went along with it just to avoid causing a fight. Since then, I've been leaving his mom's house early whenever we visit, making up some excuse or another to avoid the belly kisses, but I've had to do it like 3 more times. She's 6 months pregnant now, and yesterday, we visited her house. She showed us pictures of when she was 7 months pregnant with her daughter, Rhiannon, 21F. The photos were of her nude, tasteful, but still, and some included my toddler husband kissing her pregnant belly. She told us she wanted to do this again, same nude style, and my husband agreed. Apparently, Rhiannon agreed to do it too. She wants me to participate as well since I'll be the mother of her future grandbabies. I gave a noncommittal answer, and when we got home, my husband argued with me for giving his mom false hope, telling me it was a jerk move to not just say yes. I tried to explain how awkward it is and how uncomfortable I feel, but he wasn't having any of it. He hasn't stopped talking to me, but I know he's upset that I don't want to kiss his mom's belly. Am I the jerk for how I went about the situation? Edit. Felt like I needed to add this before it came up in every other comment. Jason and I are in therapy regarding the fact that I almost died in the car crash, our baby died, my leg doesn't work anymore, and he doesn't think he can move on. Belly kisses just didn't seem like a weighty enough issue given everything else we talk about there. So, for people who are going to recommend therapy, we already go, and I will be bringing this up there. Commenter assumes Op's husband abandoned her in the hospital. Op responds, I do want to clarify, he never ditched me in the hospital. He came to visit me every day, but obviously, he wasn't there 24/7 because of work, and since I wasn't there to make us food, he went back to his mom's place. Had he ditched me in the hospital, had he not been there as a crutch for my messed up leg whenever I needed him, and had he not gone to therapy, then yeah, I would have divorced him. The thing is, he's been there for me in spite of how weird his mom's gotten about this. Commenters have a discussion on whether Op's husband is so inept he can't even cook a meal for himself. Op responds, he can cook. He initially started going there because he absolutely refused to eat anything. As he told me, he felt that he hadn't appreciated my cooking enough, which made no sense because he absolutely did, and almost losing me made him feel like he didn't deserve food. But, obviously, a man has to eat, so he started going to his mother's. I'm guessing his sister told her, and she made him come over, and he just latched onto her there in his grief. He still absolutely came to visit me every day, but yeah, I didn't want to go into that much detail, but I made him sound like a dunce. Commenter asks who the father of Op's mother-in-law's child is. Op responds, husband's second stepfather. His father is out of the picture. His sister Rhiannon's father was the one who raised him and the one that he called dad, but he passed away a few years ago. Commenter points out that people don't get abs from abdominal workouts. Op responds, I know ab workouts don't cause abs, that's the point. She not only started doing those workouts to compete with me, but took it to a whole other level with diet and training. I know I worded it wrong looking back, but what I was trying to establish is that if I play tennis for fun, she'll try to become a pro and enter local tournaments. Update 4 months later. I brought the issue up in therapy. Thank you, everyone, for helping me find the words to use and for helping me identify my own pain, and I think the therapist was shocked. I pointed out how it hurt me to have to kiss a pregnant belly. It only felt like Luna was competing with me. Jason seemed really regretful. He apologized. I know he was holding back tears and promised he'd make sure Luna never asked again. I then pointed out how odd the idea of taking tasteful nudes with his pregnant mom was. He got defensive, but at home, he told me I was right and that he'd only do the photos if she was clothed. Still weird, but progress. I also got him to agree that we wouldn't have kids until we were 100% sure Luna couldn't have children anymore. Unfortunately, 2 days later, my leg's condition got worse. I woke up, tried to stand, and fell, screaming and crying. I was hospitalized for 2 weeks and then had inpatient physical therapy for 3 weeks. During this time, Jason regressed back to his mom. The photo shoot happened, and Luna texted me the pictures. She wasn't nude, and there were no belly kisses, but the outfit was sheer and uncomfortable to look at, especially with my meds. Honestly, I started Googling divorce information until a nurse took my phone away. When I went back home, it just didn't feel right with Jason anymore. It was like Luna had won and replaced me. I guess he realized it wasn't working, and those photos were the last straw. About a week later, he asked for another chance but said that if divorce was what I wanted, he'd go along with it. I told him I did, because he wasn't the man I married anymore, and I didn't think he could go back to being that person. He just said okay and seemed frozen as we started the process. But then I had a bad fall when I stupidly tried to go down the stairs alone. I hate my leg, and the way he took care of me felt like he was himself again. I asked if he still wanted another chance, and he said he did but didn't think he could do it here. He asked if I'd be willing to move somewhere far away from his family so we could focus on us. I said yes, because I was already planning on leaving as soon as we divorced. We're moving to Albuquerque, since his mom can't follow us there, and I got a referral to a treatment facility that can help. Honestly, these last few days before we leave for our new life have felt just like my old life, except now I have a 99% dead leg, and it's been great having the man I love back. I don't know much about New Mexico, but I am excited. Edit. I sent in a request to post this 2 days ago. I'm only able to post it now. We're in Albuquerque, far away from his family. Commenter asks Op why her mother-in-law cannot go to Albuquerque. Op responds, well, she can go, but she physically will not go anywhere in New Mexico. She has arrest warrants in that state, or did. I don't know the full story, but she has a lot of unpaid parking tickets in Santa Fe from a time when she lived there. I'm sure it would just be a monetary fine, but she's afraid she'll get arrested.